Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today we got an Injustice 2 video. We're gonna be going to heavy depth with Darkseid. I got my man Koala here once again, the NRS
Hey,
nerd.
how it goes? How it goes?
It's good to have you here today, man.
Good to be here, man. I'm surprised you have all the DLC, but no, you don't have it for MKX.
Well, that's because I got this through ways. I have link, but still. Yeah, we're just gonna be going into an in-depth guide for Injustice 2 Darkseid in 2022. You know, it's been a couple years, but maybe we're late. Maybe we're late to the party, you know. But I'm hoping for Injustice 3.
Yeah, Lord of Apocalypse, Omega Beam Master. This guy hits like a truck and disrespects you at the same time. Like, let me just get out the way first. His back three is an Apocalypse bitch slap. Just awesome. Just wind it up, let him have it. It's so satisfying. One of the most satisfying back threes. I should make a tier list of that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're gonna get into the video now. So what we got going on first for Darkseid, man?
So let's take a look at his movement speed real quick. Walk speed, pretty normal, but a little bit slower on the other side. Backdash could be a little bit better, but I think it's okay. Forward dash is pretty nice, He has a good jump arc, really tall too. Like you can see, he reaches the health bars, so that's a really tall jumping arc, and he needs that because his jump ins are very important for his game. Jump 3, really big boot, really stuffy, really meaty too. It does 100 and it does 14% by itself, so that's just one combo, dude. That's like throw damage. Look at the throw. That did 14%. His throw does the same damage as his kick, so that's pretty cool. Jump 2 doesn't really cross up, so he's not exactly about cross up when it comes to his jump attacks. His jump 1's a decent air to air, I suppose. Let's see what we got here. His strings are pretty stubby and not the best range. Like if you look here, his stand 1 7 frame high, which is pretty fast, just not the best range. So like you have to be like right up there to like hit him with your high. Stand 2, a little bit better range, but a little bit slower. I believe it's like 9 frames. Okay, 9 frames start up for the mid. Not the best, honestly, because it's kind of janky because he just stands there and kicks you. Not the best in terms of like range. Stand 3, little palm hit, not the best thing you want to throw out there, but it's more so for combo extenders in the corner. You can do stand 3 to his flying knee or something, or stand 3 to his palm strike. So that's something. Down 1 is 6 frames. Great startup. Not the best range, but you can just kind of like machine gun a little bit, like dash in. Down 1. Down 2, a little bit okay, I suppose. You can also extend it for combos as well. Down 3, decent range as well. Great range, actually. Almost has a phantom hitbox, too. Like right here is where you can use it. Pretty slow, though, but great range as well. He has a back 1 overhead. Good range, but very slow. Most of the time, you want to hit on a jump in to get a combo started. He also has the extension with back 1 up 3 to get a combo. At about 50%. And that's on Batman with the highest damage. Or highest defense, sorry. Oh yeah, by the way, Injustice 2 has gear systems where characters have high defense, high health, low defense, stuff like that. So Batman has the best defense, I believe, or Superman does. Can't really remember. 2-2 has a little gimmicky string here. It's just a mid, so you can just block it ducking, block it high. He has an ender with a 2-2-3 overhead. I believe it's safe on block, I want to say. I gotta check these strings. -6, yes, that's pretty safe. He also has 2-2 grab, which only works if you hit them. If it's blocked, then it gets punished. Just a little combo ender, so if you want to keep it simple like this, does some decent damage. Ooh, frame rate dropping. Ooh, what's happening?
I don't know what that was. Ignore that.
He has 4-2-3. Unlike Superman's though, it's not that good because even though it does launch, it starts off as a high, not an 8 frame mid like Superman's does. You know, half screen neutral killing move. He can do some combos from it though. He has 4-2-3 into jump kick, into stomp, if I can actually do it. There we go. Pretty simple combo. Yep. That stomp is a low attack, so and you're in the air, it has low, overhead, or overhead. I said overhead. Well, jump kicks are supposed to be overhead, but somehow the training mode doesn't do it. There we go. Let's see. He has 1-1-2 plus on block string, but unfortunately, it doesn't really do much. If I can do it. because he's pushed back so far, and Darkseid does not have that many good advancing mid strings. You can do flying knee, I suppose. Like, it's always a mind game when you do a string. You can do like flying knee, meter burn it. Meter burning it is also +1 on block, so he guarantees a down one into another flying knee. But there is a gap with most down one strings anyway. Into special moves. He has a 1-2 grab, which side switches and it has an overhead. Pretty cool ender. So if you want to just do like a little side switch combo, that's something. You can also do 1-2 into his low laser, which is a little mix up. So stand 1 high low instead of high overhead. You can also do back 1-2, which has an overhead mid, or you can do overhead to low, or just do low by itself. So it's pretty cool. This low laser, it just knocks him down, doesn't do any combos, just a little mix-up tool. It's unsafe on block, but it has some decent range, about like around here or so. His regular laser, Mega Beam, high attack. Good startup, but it has way too much recovery. You can do it in the air for less recovery. Or do instant air maybe. Maybe not. You can also meter burn it to make it a low if you hold down, or make it a high, or yeah, high attack. It also has more damage when you meter burn it. Meter burn the air too to cover way more ground. Hits mid. He has an anti-air laser. You know, just anti-air laser. Let's see here. There we go. When you meter burn it, it also hits mid, so it tracks more. Any other strings? No, he doesn't have that many strings, honestly. Oh yeah, I guess he has a 2-1. It has a mid low, so you can do like a mid low low. Kind of gimmicky. It doesn't really do much. You can do mid low into his palm strike. There's something there. So his strings don't really do a whole lot. You may want to use back 1 up 3 for a combo launcher, 4-2 3 for some combos starters if you could punish it, and 1-2 grab into a side switch combo. So that's pretty much it. Like I was getting to his special moves, he has a flying knee, which is back 4-3. It is a good reversal tool, 11 frame startup, -10 on block, but when you meter burn it becomes +1. And also knocks him full screen, which means he can zone again, which is what you want to do for Darkseid. We got his. Oh yeah, let me talk about his teleport. He does have a teleport. Pretty fast. Leads him right next to the opponent. Not that much recovery, honestly, but you can still get punished out of it. You can do in the air as well. You can also meter burn his air lasers too to keep it safe, because if you don't do anything after his teleport in the air, he will be unsafe on block. You can also do a stomp as well, so the stomp is a low, so you have to block it low when he's in the air. So if you're fast enough, you can do it off the ground almost immediately. If I could do it like that, or if you're not ready, do like a little jump kick into the low stomp.
So you can do like overhead, then you could teleport and then do another overhead into a low overhead meter burn.
Let me show you real quick if I can do it right here. Just like that. So you can do jump kick. Boom.
Because you can meter burn the stomp, right?
You can meter burn the stomp.
Is the second part of the stomp an overhead?
It is not. You cannot meter burn the stomp on block. It only meter burns it on hit, so that way you can actually get a combo launch.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like high-low. It was fucking high-low main for a second. I'm like,
no.
Wow.
And unfortunately, in Injustice 1, where you're coming up from the ground and you do a jump attack, it actually was an overhead, but they patched that in this game so that it's only a mid. So you can't do instant jump kick into low stomp, unlike Martian could. Just saying, Martian was broke. But yeah, Darkseid's really gimmicky. Most of his things are not that true to form. You can also, there's only mix up off his teleport is that you can do a jump kick into back 1, which is a jump into overhead, or jump into low. So the mix up is, if he does a teleport, either he's going to do jump 2 into back 1, which is the overhead launcher, or jump 2 into low stomp launcher. The palm strike ends at a hard knockdown, which means you mix up your character trait, which we'll talk about right now. He has 3 different types. He has a flying parademon, which follows him around. He can shoot projectile off of it, mid hitting. You can also hold forward and do it, and it'll hit the opponent as like a little attack. So if I did it like this, oh, not that, that's the wrong one. If I did this, you can do a little combo like that. So hold on, something like that. You know, something easy. He has a charging parademon, which is green. If you hold forward, he will attack the opponent, which is probably your best thing you want to do, because you can also mix it up. So let's say I'm full screen here. I do the charging parademon. Try to block that. Or, if I can do it right. Or I can have him, oh, sorry. Or I can have him charge at you. Oh, come on. Or I can have him charge at you. I said, I'm gonna charge at you. I do back one into the overhead strike. So always a mix up. Also from a charging demon, you can also just let it go and it'll do like an overhead strike. This will combo if you time it right. Oh, hold on. If you time it right, you can actually combo it into low stomp. If I can do it. Sorta. It's like a weird thing where if the low attack hits first, but the overhead happens, the low will make it rise up again. It's kind of a weird interaction. I can't really replicate it, honestly, but you'll see it in some matches. And lastly, he has the detonate demon, which you can't see it, but here it is. It's a little red guy. He spawns next to the opponent, wherever they are. He can blow up and become plus on block for Darkseid, and also launches them as well, so you can get a combo as well. Also, when you have the explosive demon, when you grab them, it launches them for free. And then nothing they can do about it. You grab them and you can get a free back three from it. Oh, mess it up. But yeah, pretty cool. Not much else about it. Darkseid.
What was special?
Oh, super move.
Yeah, super.
So super move, he's got like a little controlling beam. You can actually control like an actual beam. You can actually go up and down with it. It only lasts about 3 seconds, so you gotta take your time with it. It does have armor though, so you can have it go around the opponent and just have him throw him a little bit. But Darkseid mostly needs meter for his combo launchers anyway, so using a super isn't always the best option unless you can just support it.
Yeah.
Also, it does scale pretty hard. But yeah, Darkseid just mostly wants his own. His insta-air lasers are pretty effective. But just be careful when you do his regular lasers, because they will whiff if the opponent is too close. And he has a lot of recovery frames off them, so you will get punished. But that's basically his game plan. Most of his things are gimmicks. None of them are really true, because you can always push block the demons and like just avoid the mix-up altogether. So actually, let me see if I can do it correct. Actually, let me go on the other side. If I become Batman, I'll have Darkseid set up something here, so charging demon, we'll just do that. If I just hold, if I'm Batman, I just push block. I actually did it right. Hold on. You just push block it, and then the pressure ends, and that's it.
Right.
So a lot of his things are kind of gimmicky, and none of them really work in terms of like, oh my god, you have to block it. It's not exactly you have to block his setups, but you do have to be careful, because if you don't know how to push block it correctly, because the charger demon hits as a bit on one side and he teleports on the other side, you have to block low to block both of them. But you can also, you have to worry about his jumping attacks for overheads or his back one, so just be careful about that.
All right. What about you got any basic combos anyone could learn?
Yeah,
Just show like 2 or 3 combos you can do.
if you want to do something easy off of a jump in, you can do jump in, back 1-2. I mean, back 1 up 3, sorry. When you meter burn it, you get it back 3 off of it. Do something simple like 2 jump 2s into his low stomp. Or in fact, we'll do jump 2 into his jump 3 into low stomp. That's better. It doesn't do as much damage as doing jump 3 into jump 2 low stomp, but it's a little bit easier to do jump 2 into jump 3. But if you practice long enough, you can do jump 3 to jump 2 low stomp. He has another launcher, 4-2-3. I did talk about that earlier. You can do jump 2 into low stomp. Oh, messed it up. Come on. 2-2 grab, pretty easy combo, about 30%. His most optimal combo is probably 1-1 bounce cancel. Hold on, actually 2-2 bounce cancel is actually better. Come on, I know I can do it. Ah, I messed up, but that would have been about 55% or so, or 50%. I suck. This controller sucks. Okay, but in terms of like matchups, Darkseid doesn't do a whole lot of good in terms of lambing out opponents. He does pretty bad against Aquaman, Starfire, Dr. Fate. He does pretty good against some other lamer characters like Grodd, Deadshot. Poison Ivy's pretty even. Atrocitus is a pretty good matchup for him. Hellboy 5/5, I want to say. So he does pretty mediocre against the lower cast and doesn't do that good against the higher cast characters. So in terms of viability, he's probably like low mid. He's not exactly bottom 10, but he's like right on the bare edge of it.
Okay. Wow, is that all we have for Darkseid?
That's all we got, I guess.
Oh wow, so that was a pretty good explanation of what Darkseid can do. It sucks that he's low to mid tier, right? So he's low mid tier.
Yeah, low mid tier. At the start when he was released, he was actually pretty crazy.
Because I remember Sonic used to use him.
Yeah, Sonic and Emperor Rio played Darkseid a lot when he first came out, but many people thought he was high tier because they didn't just know the setups, and it took a while before people figured out, oh, this guy's setups are not that good. They're all gimmicky, and most of Darkseid's gimmicks are pretty real. I mean, sorry, most of his gimmicks are not real. They're just gimmicks. So you can always just push block. You can always just jump forward. Even you can just avoid the demon completely. If I set it to Batman one more time, if I could. If I'm set to Batman and I see Darkseid do his demon again, and he teleports, you can kind of just avoid it like that, and that's it. So you mostly want to use his demons for zoning out people if you can and get a life lead. And if you can do setups, you can definitely try. Like, this is a pretty cool, neat thing you can do. If you have to charge a demon, you can do down one trade or down one into flying knee and do his like little napalm strike. Cool little combo. He can also keep himself safe with the explosive demon in the corner. So if I were to put in a corner, I believe that's the little string right here. He has two, 1, 2, 3, 2. Little weird string. If I did a demon right here, I did 2, 1, which is unsafe. But if I did 2, 1 explosion, I become safe on block. So I can do a little combo afterwards. I can do it right. Oh, come on. Oh well. But yeah, some of Darkseid's things are not real, and the reason why his plus frames don't work off his demons is because the demons act as projectiles, but they don't have their own frame data, if that makes sense. So when you block a demon, there is no 200 plus, like it says here, to charge a demon, it's like plus 25. That's not real because you can always push block it and just negate those plus frames, or the plus frames happen, but it only happens if it's off a block string. So if I did 1, 1, 2, which is plus on block, and I did this, I would still be plus. But again, if you have the meter, push block, you know, not that difficult. Same thing with his back 1 up 3. You can like do that, keep yourself safe, but it's not like you're plus 25. You can do whatever you want. It's not exactly there because most of Darkseid strings are unsafe. Most of his special moves are unsafe. Push block is like his biggest downfall, unfortunately.
All right, well, that was a pretty good guide for Darkseid. Any hopes for the future of NRS games and such?
My top 5 wish list for Injustice 3 when it does come out, because we all know it's going to come out. We just have to wait another 2 years. I definitely want to see Booster Gold. I want to see Darkseid's Furies like Desaad or Granny Goodness in the game. That would be pretty cool. Hometown favorite, I would like to see John Constantine. I think a lot of people want to see him. Probably Plastic Man as well. Plastic Man's pretty popular. And maybe even like Etrigan or like Stargirl or Mr. Terrific would be kind of cool. But other than that, I think we're all good.
Oh, you heard the man, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of today's video. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share, and all that. You know exactly where to find Koala. I put his stuff in the description every time he's in the video. And you guys have shows a nice one.